I was 14. It was an average night around 9 p.m. Me and my little cousin are at his house. I'm babysitting for the night, while my mom and aunt are shopping and my dad and uncle are at the movie theater. So we're sitting there and I was feeling really strange. Something was wrong, but I couldn't put my finger on it, so I just kept watching TV with my cousin. The feeling wasn't going away, so I got up and walked to the back door to lock it. When I came back through the kitchen, I saw what was causing my weird feeling. In the window there was a very creepy and mysterious-looking man, just staring into the window, looking at my cousin. Protective mode turned on. I pretended like I didn't see the guy and I told my little cousin that we needed to go upstairs because our parents would be home soon and they wouldn't want him to be staying up late. So I went upstairs and put him to bed, knowing damn well that there was a man outside that wanted to come in. I was about 125 pounds and 5'8" at the time, and I played football for my school. After putting my cousin to bed, I went downstairs, straight into the kitchen and grabbed one of those meat tenderizing hammers. Turned back to the window where I saw him before. Not there. Ran back to the front door and checked that it was locked. Ran back upstairs with my meat tenderizer and went into my cousin's room and sat down in front of the door. He asked me what I was doing, and I said that he didn't need to worry about it and that he should keep his head low. Called the cops and then my dad and uncle. Cops would take half an hour and my dad and uncle were 45 minutes away. Then I hear a window shatter and the sound of heavy boots walking around on the main floor. I told my cousin to stay calm, hide under the covers and to keep silent. I could hear the guy walking around downstairs. It was horrifying. I gripped that damn meat tenderizer and waited. About 5 minutes pass and then I hear the boots walking upstairs. At this point I was having a freaking heart attack. My cousin's door is no more than 10 feet from the stairs. I heard him opening the doors to my aunt and uncle's room, then the bathroom. He walked back downstairs and I heard him open the door to the basement. 15 minutes later, the police showed up and burst into the house. Turned out the guy was loose from a mental hospital 1 province away. From that day, I'm 300% more cautious of keeping doors locked now. I was living in a split-level duplex with my ex, 4 cats, and a black dog. My ex and half our animals were out of the house for the day, visiting his family in nearby big city. I was downstairs cooking something for the dinner since it was 8:30. I heard the front door unlock, open and close, and heard feet on the landing. I called out, "Hey, you're back early." Since, well, who else could it be? I walked to the bottom of the stairs, expecting to see my ex on the door with a very excited dog and 2 very annoyed cats. But there was no one there. No one parked in the driveway. No one parked in the road. No one was home at the neighbors either. I called my ex and he was still in big city. Slightly freaked out when I told him what I heard. He raced back and we decided that if he left again, he should leave the dog since he seemed to be sensitive and would make me feel safer. I have never had auditory hallucinations before or since. I was down in the basement, trying to find an old box. It was dim and kinda musty. Suddenly, the lights flickered and went out. I froze, heart racing. I fumbled for my phone's flashlight and turned it on. Shadows danced around me. I felt this eerie chill, like someone was watching. I shook it off and continued searching. Then, I heard a soft whisper, like a voice right behind me. I turned around, but no one was there. I brushed it off as my imagination, but then, I heard it again. Closer this time. Panic set in. I backed away, my flashlight trembling. A shape seemed to form in the darkness. My heart was pounding in my chest. I couldn't move, couldn't look away. The whisper grew louder, like a desperate plea. I bolted out of there, racing up the stairs. The basement door slammed shut, as if it has been pushed by an unseen force. I locked it, breathing heavily. The whispering stopped. But that night, I couldn't sleep. The basement's darkness haunted my thoughts. I knew something was down there, something I couldn't explain.